Hey guys, watching Vulgora's beer reviews. Well, this is not a beer review. Sorry to let you down. Oh, boo. And I'm sorry my face is so greasy. I try to take water and whatever. Today's review is on Strongbow. At first I thought it was Strongbow, but it doesn't make any sense. Bow. Strongbow. And I instantly thought that logo looked very similar to another logo. I don't have the beer in here with me, unfortunately. I'll just say it. Guinness. Okay, look up Guinness. I just did a review on Guinness. Yeah, there you go. I know it's not exactly the same, but like if you hold it like this, and it has the same lines right there, I don't know. It reminds me of the Guinness Harp. Whatever. Imported. I bought this at a little store. I can't remember what it's called. Stop and Go or whatever. Never been there, and they had a decent selection. A lot of stuff they didn't have. They didn't have like a Busch or a Budweiser in a quart, whatever. Which I don't care. But you know, I'm just always looking out to see what beers a store has or doesn't have. And I've seen this before, but I didn't get it before. But I'm like, okay, I'll try it. I'll see if it's getting something different. I bought it. It said $1.75, and then when it rang up, it came out to $1.85, which doesn't make any sense. Whatever. I didn't question it. I was in a hurry. And part of that problem with that I was in a hurry was this looks like a beer, okay? This looks like a beer too. Maybe not quite as much, but it looks like a beer. This does not look like a beer. Nowhere on there does not look. It doesn't have a goofy logo, or not goofy, whatever. This does not look like a beer. This does not look like a beer. Not a beer. Alcoholic, yes, but not a beer. I'm gonna get more shelves or something for all my props. What's another example? Gee, I don't know. I got a bunch of beers in here. Do I have another cider? Oh, I have it outside, but oh well. You get my point. Something like this definitely looks like a beer. Alright, anyways, we're moving on. I'm getting kind of pissed off. I'm grabbing something without reading the entire label. Okay, I should have caught that from Apples. Okay, I'm sorry. And then it says hard cider, big letters. Okay, sorry. I should have caught that one. But this one was $1.69. This was cheaper. But this is slightly bigger. This is crap on my shoe. 16 ounces. And this one is 0.9 more ounces. Whatever. Alright, let's crack this bitch open. Wait, no, it smells like apples. I just ranted for 3 minutes before I got to them. That's just my way. Take as long as time as possible. Tad bit of foamage. Not really head, but, you know, foamage, whatever. It's going to go in a few seconds. Got bubbles. Definitely looks like apple juice. Apart from the bubbles. Or cider. Sparkling cider. It smells sweeter than the Smith & Forge. Whatever. Bottoms up. Buttercup.
I was asking Caitlin if maybe the frequent hangout this weekend.
Ooh. It has a weird aftertaste, like plastic, or I don't know, not plastic, but it just has a weird funky taste. I don't like it. And it's not worth $1.80 I spent on it. $1.80. If I would have bought an actual beer and would have read the whole can. Oh yeah, I was getting to that point. It says right here, crisp, refreshing taste. And does not say cider. Imported. And then the back here. Oh, when I pulled out the bag, I noticed it said Cider Company, White Plains, New York. I'm like, cider company? Oh crap! Seriously? And I turn around. There, down there, hard cider. That's the only place it says on the can. Except for maybe in the ingredients: hard cider from apple juice, from concentrate, water, glucose syrup, glucose fructose syrup, malic acid, caramel color, and sodium. Yeah, crap. Oh yeah, this one can, 200 calories. I don't know if beer is any healthier or less healthy, but it's still a lot of calories. Or something. It's just apples and alcohol. I don't know. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Have you ever been to a crab apple and then you're like, oh, there's an apple, and you take that, but and it's like way too bitter? This isn't super bitter, but it tastes bitter. It tastes like, I don't know, like it has ground up plastic in it or something. I don't know. Like, imagine those fruit gummy worms that are apple flavored. Imagine they made a cider out of that. I don't know. I mean, not exactly, but this I'm trying to describe different ways I can describe this funky taste. And of course, I try to look up Beer Advocate. It's not a beer, so it's not going to be on Beer Advocate. And I spelled it the way it is. But on Rate Beer, they have it, and overall, they give it a 13 out of 100, and style's 15. I thought they gave it a 1, but not until I tapped on it. Oh, it's made in Heineken UK, like, apparently. Out of 817 ratings, it averaged 2.46 out of 10. I think, out of 10. Estimated calories, 150? No, it's 200. Yeah. It's 5% alcohol, so at least that's good. At least it's not pansy has 4%. It kind of tastes like feet. A little bit. I don't know. It also tastes watery for as much high fructose. Whoa, almost knocked it over. For as much high fructose corn syrup and glucose syrup and caramel color. Okay, they added caramel color to this. That's sad. That's sad. They had to add caramel color to that. And I'm sorry you can't really see. Oh, where about my flashlight? Here we go. There, you can't really see. There we go. Does that look like it was colored? I don't think so. That's pretty sad. Okay, so this review, I don't know what else to say other than don't buy this. If you see Strongbow, stay the fuck away. I'm sorry. Don't buy it. Unless you're unless you are one of two things. I forget the technical term, but you are gluten free. You have to drink gluten free, and you want alcohol. There's something that's gluten free and has alcohol in it. That's whatever. Omission. I have a beer. That knocks over stuff. This is gluten-free, Omission, but this is expensive. If it's not on sale, you don't go to the right place, it could be about $10 for a 6-pack. However, I think it's actually pretty good. Which is a lot better than Bud Light Platinum. And that's $10, but whatever. Yeah, I'm going to give this a, I don't know, I gotta think about this. I would never buy it again. I recommend people to stay away from it. So those are negative points. what's some good points? Good points. It's got 5% alcohol. That's about it. It's 5% alcohol, but it doesn't taste good. It doesn't really taste like apples. It just kind of reminds you of what apples taste like. It tastes more like candied foot apple. I don't know. It just tastes like chemicals and sugary syrup and just crap you shouldn't be consuming. I mean, I'm sure there's there's crap you don't want to drink in a Budweiser or Anheuser, or cheap beers, but that's cheap. This isn't cheap. For the price I spent on this, I could have got a 40 or almost a 40 or at least a 24 ounce. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna give this a 4. I think 4. It's not really foul. It's not as bad as Camel Ice or whatever, but at least those have 10.5%. You're gonna get drunk off your ass with that, but you're also gonna be like trained for the malt liquor games. Otherwise, you'd be like take a sip and want to spit it out and throw up. This you're not gonna like spit it out, throw up. It's not good and it's a ripoff. That's my biggest gripe. It's not good and it's a ripoff. But on top of that, it looks like a beer when it's not a beer. I mean, I think there should be a law and act or and stated on top here in like a stripe. It should say hard cider on every. Well, I guess this did, but. I guess I wasn't awake that day. This did not. This, I swear to God, I thought it was a beer. I wish this was a beer, because this doesn't look like a perfect can for a beer. Like, I thought this was going to be like a stout or a wit beer or something. I don't know. I just want it to be just the holy beer. But it's not. It's a crappy cider. And every cider I taste tastes about the same. Except for this one. I think this is probably the worst cider I've had. Or probably one of the worst ones. I've had Hornsby's, and Hornsby's tasted just like apple juice. I thought that tasted just fine. My friend that likes Angry Orchard and other apple ciders, he said it tasted like crap. And Angry Orchard is the one that actually they had put like cinnamon and whatnot, so it does taste like a cider. Like, you typically think a cider would have like cinnamon or whatever spices, but it's still not worth the premium price that you spend like almost $1 a bottle or over $1 a bottle, and then you don't even get a deposit. I mean, it's kind of a good thing you have to pay for deposit up at the front, but when you return it, I don't know. I think it's nice to have a deposit, so that when you have all these bottles laying around, you can take them back and get money instead of just throw them away. Yeah, I don't know. Mike's Smash Cider, that one's pretty decent if you can find it for cheap, which I've gotten a can about this size for $1. That's a good deal. That I'm okay with, because that's cheap and it didn't taste horrible. But this is just disappointing. I'm Volgora. I review crappy ciders and mistake them for beers so you don't have to. See you next time.